Hey guys, what's up? It's Lego Builder 4 here, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I have just stopped by Walmart, and I have picked up what you now see before you. I have gotten now a third armored assault tank, and although the box is a bit damaged, I don't know why. It was unfortunately the last one they had, so I just picked it out. I know before I said I was content with just having two, and I really was, but then I started seeing how popular this set was, and how much everybody was freaking out about it, and how much everyone was getting it. So I figured, well, hey, I mean, if this is really that popular of a set, maybe I'll just get another one, and then, you know, just for the sake of it, being as everyone else is like so excited about this set, maybe it'll be, I don't know, maybe the figures will be worth some money later. I mean, obviously I'm not going to try and sell this. I mean, the box is badly damaged. But, I mean, it's cool to have another Ahsoka Trooper, I suppose, and the tank is a good build and everything, besides the really long cannon, of course. So, you know, I just got another one, but you saw the or title, I suppose, and this video is not about that. I just wanted to show you guys that I got another one. This video is about this Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar of 2020. I say 2020 because in case someone's watching this in like a year or more from now, they wouldn't want to be mistaken with that it's that current year's. Anyway, so getting into this now, I'm going to open this up, build everything, and then I'll show you all the characters inside. I'm not gonna show like a time lapse of me building it or anything because I don't want anyone to see what is in which number day, because I don't know, some people might want a surprise or anything. So I'm gonna go and build that, and I'll be back to you in a moment. Alrighty guys, I am finally back. And for what was not even a second for you guys was over an hour for me. I already had pre-built the figures since I didn't just go straight home after I got this, so I had already built the minifigures. So if you noticed, if in the back before the box was a tiny bit opened in the back, is why. So don't worry, I didn't get like a bad or broken into box or anything. I'd already opened it and built the minifigures, but all of these like small ships and stuff, some of them were a bit harder than others, like the Millennium Falcon. That was a process figuring out how to build that from what it's shown. And there was another one that was interesting, but can't actually remember which one it was. Oh, the X-Wing. It was the X-Wing. Yup. The X-Wing was annoying to build. But anyway, this is what you guys saw in the thumbnail. I have already taken the picture of this in case anything gets knocked over. And so now that you see all of this, let's get into each individual thing. Starts off, we got Anakins Pod Racer mini build. This is not even, which bothers me. Just for everyone to know right now, I am not going in any order, so don't worry about like me spoiling anything of which is in which number. Like I said before, I don't want to do that or ruin the surprise for anyone of what is in what. So I'm not going in any order, besides I'm doing the mini builds first and then the minifigs. So, and believe me, that is not the order that they are going in the boxes. So anyway, the first one is Anakins Pod Racer for the mini builds. Or at least the first one I'm showing, not the first one you get. Man, I'm not doing too well on this, huh? Okay, so Anakins Pod Racer, and it's a really simple build. This was probably one of, if not the easiest ones to build. Very simple, nothing complex about it. It was just easy to understand, and I generally think they did a good job of it. Now obviously there's not like an electrical circuit showing that these things are connected, but you know, besides that, I think they did a pretty good job with it. Next up, we have the Millennium Falcon, and like I said before, this was definitely one of the more complicated and annoying ones to build. There was a lot of pieces going into making this, and since they're all really small, and there's just a single picture showing you how to make this entire thing, it was pretty annoying. It was pretty annoying. I had a bit of trouble understanding how to do the baseline, you know, not that was easy. It was this piece here that I was like, what? How does this single one of those get onto that? Because I was thinking that it meant this single 1 by nothing stud, and I was like, there's no way it can connect to anything to stick out to match the second one where there's 3 of them. So it was a bit of a process. It definitely should have been a bit more obvious though, but I just wasn't really looking at all the pieces. But anyway, yeah, it was interesting to build this, but overall I think it looks pretty good. You can tell that this is supposed to be that little radar and everything. So, and then that's like the little cockpit there. So yeah, you know, I think Lego did a pretty good job of making this, and yeah, overall, good luck. Okay, so I just realized it took me over a minute to review that last one, so I'm gonna try and make this quicker. This is the X-Wing. This is the other one that was annoying to make. It was really a guess which part you needed to use in the back here. Luckily, I was right after. I mean, it's not too hard to guess, but it was still annoying because it wasn't like obvious or anything, which, you know, what even is this supposed to be for? Okay, so this is supposed to be for 6 and up, and being as it wasn't like drop dead obvious or even obvious at all, it was, you know, if like, I mean, I'm older than 6, and I had a bit of trouble with making this, so, you know, I figured it should be a bit more obvious. But anyway, overall, I think the X-Wing looks really good. Good design, everything. Although the only thing I have a problem with is in right here. I feel like this is a bit long instead of being 2 of these. I think it should have just been the 1 and then that end piece. But besides that, I think it looks pretty good. Alright, moving from X all the way down back to A, we now have the A-Wing. So, I mean, I've never really taken much interest into the new Star Wars movies. Like, I obviously watched all of them and all that, but I wasn't too big a fan of them. And in all honesty, I didn't even know what an A-Wing was until it became a UCS version. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, UCS A-Wing. So, yeah, I don't really have much of an opinion to give on this, other than I think it looks good, because I don't even remember seeing this in the movies. I'm certain it was in there, but, you know, I just didn't pay attention to it, so good job, I guess. So, moving on to one of my more favorite of the mini builds, the Droid control ship. So, this was obviously, like, the main central station for all in the Phantom Menace, where all the battle droids' power was coming from and all that. And, you know, it just played a really big part in the Phantom Menace. And so I'm just really happy to see it in brick form, although it's technically not that much in brick form. I'm gonna be honest, I really wish Lego would make a UCS version of this, because I would totally get it if they did, you know? It would be like a great way to get some 2 or 3 droidicas. You'd get a few battle droids, you'd get all of those counselor people. I don't know the name of their race or anything, but you know who I'm talking about, the guys that are in charge there. That'd be a great way to get some more of them, because they haven't had them in sets for a little while. So, I mean, I love this. I love that this was in there, but I really wish Lego would make a UCS version. I would love to buy a UCS version of the droid control ship. Okay, so before I get into Darth Vader's castle, I forgot to mention my last overall result. I think that the droid control ship looks really good, matches up perfectly to the design in this, or at least as well as it can in this small scale build. Anyway, now on to Darth Vader's castle. It also came with this little TIE Fighter here to go with it, and I actually have the Lego set version, you know, like the brick big Darth Vader's castle. I think it was released last year. Maybe it's 2018. I just remember that I got it for Christmas. I'm pretty sure it's 2018 I got it for Christmas, and I still have it. It's actually right above me on a shelf right now. And so, yeah, this looks a lot like the brick version that they made in 2018. So I would say good job, Lego, with this smaller scale version. And the TIE Fighter, you know, being as you have, like, what I'm going to go into next, this, the oh man, I'm gonna have to go see what this is called. But you know, they should be about the same size, but I get it was supposed to like match the scale of the Darth Vader's castle. But even though they did put a TIE Fighter in the big brick version of the Darth Vader's castle, I feel like maybe they just shouldn't have included this, being how out of scale it is with all the other ships, but it's whatever. Okay, so next up we got a little Snowspeeder in here, and I think it looks pretty good. You got the like little things here to, you know, for it to blast with. It's got this nice little orange bit going there. It really complements the rest of the overall look, and I don't know why that's there, being as it connects to absolutely nothing, but it's there. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know why, but that's there. I think it looks pretty good. Overall good look, and yeah, Snowspeeder. Moving on to one of my more favorite mini builds in this advent calendar, the Razor Crest. I am a huge fan of The Mandalorian, as I'm sure many of you guys watching this are too. And so when I saw that this was in here, I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. You know, I don't really have the big brick version, the actual Lego set version of this yet. Whether I will get it or not, I'm still debating, but you know, it's just nice to have it in this tiny little form. It looks cute, it's nice, matches the Razor Crest very well, I think. But again, I mean, maybe this is proportional, but I feel like it's one too long again, like the XWing was. But maybe it is proportional. You guys let me know in the comments what you think of it. But, you know, besides that, I think it looks pretty good. Going on over to the Lars Homestead. I think, you know, overall, it looks pretty good. I don't really have too much to say about this. I definitely think that Lego did a great job mixing in from original trilogy to the prequel trilogy and the new trilogy. You know, they have a bit of mixture of everything, which is good. So, you know, I just think it's nice, you know, good little build of it. If this came out again in Lego brick built version, I might get it, but I'm gonna be honest here, guys. I am a diehard prequel fan. I know a lot of you guys are gonna disagree with that, but I love the prequels. The originals were good, the new trilogy was and the prequels were incredible, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't have too much great thoughts to say or input to say about all this other stuff, other than I think it looks good. I don't think this is, like, too big or anything. And, yeah, just good job, I guess. Alright, now we have the Republic Frigate from Episode 1. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm really disappointed with, not with this build. I mean, the build looks fine. I'm disappointed that I never got the big brick-built version of this when it had come out. I was little when it came out, and, you know, I didn't grow up with YouTube or anything, so I didn't have all these other Lego YouTubers, you know, informing me, or all these websites informing me when all these awesome new sets came out. So I wasn't like, Mom, Dad, can I have this for my birthday or Christmas? Yeah, you know, I wasn't like that. I didn't know it had come out. So by the time I found out about this set, it was already a few years old. So it is, of course, quite a bit of money now. So if Lego could please do a remake of this, I would love that. Anyway, back to the micro version that is put in this advent calendar. I think it looks really good, you know, good build, good color, you know, it just looks great. I really like it. Moving on to the taunton, I think it looks good. I like its look. Lots of apparently. I like how you can like move its head up and down. That's a nice little touch that Lego put in, even though it's just supposed to be like a mini build. And you know, a lot of these, oh snap, sorry. A lot of these other ones, like you can't move them around or anything, or just like, you know, it's for more like display or anything. But you know, this one actually has a small little play feature where you can move its head up and down. So that's kind of a nice little touch that Lego put in. Of course, you can, like, move its foot around here, but, you know, not really like you're supposed to do that. It's just, you can do that. You know, I think it's a fun little touch that LEGO put in, and it definitely matches the snow area that they have here, unlike, you know, sand, desert, doesn't really match with winter and snow, but, you know, I get why LEGO put it in and all that, but, you know, I'm just saying. This matches perfectly, though, and, yeah, I mean, I like its build, I like its look, it's a, like I said, fun little touch to add in, and, yeah. Okay, so, I did a bit of research. I really just looked up the actual brick built version of this, and which I do have, by the way. It turns out this is actually just called the Sith Tie Fighter. Like, I thought it was something more than that. Like, I thought it was something like the Tri Fighter, Tri Fighter, the Tri Fighter. I thought that's what it was called, and maybe it is, but the LEGO set version call it just the Sith Tie Fighter, so I don't know if that's right or not, but for the sake of me having to do less research, because I'm going to be honest, I'm not too big a fan of research, you know, this isn't school, so, yeah, Sith Tie Fighter, anyway, and I'm sorry that this is taking a while for me to get through. I know I said I was going to try and make it quicker. Anyway, so yeah, Sith Tie Fighter, whether that's right or not, you guys can tell me in the comments. I think it looks really good. I do like these triangle designs here. I think they look really nice and cool. However, it's missing that red on this here, like it has in both the movies and the brick built set version. But besides that, I think it looks pretty good. It's got this, like, you know, it's a red powered engine in there to go now. Pew 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 pew. I'm a child and on the inside, guys. Anyway, moving on to the last one. Okay, so moving on to the last mini build here, we got the Hoth shield generator. Again, this matches the snowland perfectly and all the Christmas spirit and all that. And so now for the review of this, I think it looks really good. I feel like this is just a bit too long and far away from the shield generators. Like, I feel like this side was just fine with how far away it was, so I don't know why this is like so out there, but besides that, I think it looks really good. You got the little blue in the middle there, and yeah, I think it overall looks really good. Okay, so moving on to these 4 figures in front of me. They are technically brick built, so I suppose in a way these are the last few brick built characters, but I also set it up so that way in a way they could also be the first of the figures in this. So moving on to, besides Poe Dameron and the Christmas Vader, of course, the most hyped up figure of this, it is the Christmas Snowman Gonk Droid. Now, I think this is a really cute, fun character to add in, and I definitely know for sure that I was excited to hear that we were getting a Gonk Droid in this. Now, although I was a bit surprised when it came out to be a snowman, I was still really happy to get this. I think it looks really good. Its top hat looks nice. You can see, oh, or not, maybe not. Okay, so maybe not. There's a little stud in that hat though that connects to that, and that's how the hat's attached. So it's got a carrot for a nose, and then carrot stems for arms. And yeah, overall, I just think it looks really good, and I really like it. Now, if I could just get an actual LEGO Gonk Droid. Moving on, next up, we have the Pit Droid. I have never gotten a Pit Droid before, so not only was I excited for the Gonk Droid, but I was also really excited to get a Pit Droid. Because although they aren't really special or anything, I just like the way they look. I like their overall design, and I definitely think that this one looks really good too. Now we got the Porg in this. Now I know everyone loves the Porg. They're super cute, and even in LEGO form, I still think LEGO managed to capture the cuteness. Now, LEGO didn't do anything special for this advent calendar. It's the same old Porg design, unlike last year's, which was like all red and stuff. And after looking it up, it turns out that the last time I actually got a Christmas advent calendar for Star Wars was actually 2017, was when BB-8 was like the little Santa person. But now it is Dio, which is the next figure. So that worked out well in my sentence. I didn't even do that on purpose. So as you can see, they did it in the same way they kind of did for the BB-8. If you have seen other reviews for the BB-8, or maybe you got it yourself in the 2017, you take this little stud, you put it on, and then you just attach the hat like that. Same thing with BB-8, except it was just, on the top of its head instead of the back of it. So anyway, they put Dio on this little snow thing to make it look like he's rolling on snow, I suppose. And I think that's a cute little touch, and I actually don't have a Dio yet, so this is my first Dio, so that worked out pretty well for me. Okay, so now moving on to the real, no one can argue with minifigure people in this set, and don't you dare, or please just don't argue with me in the comments that these are brick built, because they're not. Like, these are not bricks, these are figure parts. So anyway, first up, we got the battle droid, and can you have too many battle droids? Yeah, you can have too much of everything, but, if any of you guys saw my battle droid army, you know I have 60 of them right now, and if you don't know, you should definitely go check that video out. This gun is, let's see if I can make it a bit more clear, maybe, is like crystallized, I guess. Not crystallized, but it's like more of a silver than it is black. So, that's not really normal. Like, all the Kashyyyk battle droids had this kind of gun, but the regular battle droids have always just had plain black guns. So if you want to say that LEGO did a little special something for the battle droid in the advent calendar, you could say that it got a unusual gun for a B1 battle droid. Okay, so for my overall thoughts, which I forgot to mention, the battle droid, it's a regular battle droid. It looks fine, I guess. The gun's interesting choice, and that's that. Anyway, moving on now to the Luke from, obviously, Episode 4, A New Hope, where he doesn't know of his specialness in the galaxy yet, because, he doesn't have his Jedi robes, no lightsaber, he's in his Tatooine clothes with his binoculars, where he just stares out, watching the rest of his sandy world as it goes along. And he actually has a second face where he's looking a bit more serious, like, oh snap, we about to throw down, But he also has his little happy face, who's like, okay, time to go in to see my aunt and uncle, we gonna have some food, gonna drink some blue milk. And, yeah, moving on. Okay, so moving on now, we have one of the new Stormtroopers. So, I know that everyone's saying that they don't like this, or at least all the other LEGO YouTubers are saying how they don't like the Star Wars Stormtrooper helmet, or at least the new one. And so, personally, I actually liked it. Like, I thought it was really good looking. If you guys have seen my Stormtrooper army, not Stormtrooper army, but my Imperial army video, you would know that I actually have 9 others of these, so this is technically my 10th one now, and I got those from those 2019 20th anniversary sets, because I just really, not because I wanted to have more Stormtroopers, that was part of the reason, but the other reason was, like, I really like this helmet. And then, anyway, underneath we have that angry clone face, which LEGO, even though changing the clone faces now, they are still using the angry clone face anyway with Stormtroopers. And as you'll see in a moment, spoiler alert, the Sith Trooper. But anyway, yeah, nothing too special about him. He's just got a plain, regular black blaster. And, yeah. Okay, so like I said before, the Sith Trooper, first off, still has that angry clone face that LEGO's still using. Again, even though they changed the clone face, they're still using the angry clone face. So this is the Sith Trooper in the Advent Calendar. He has just a plain regular blaster, no stud shooter like the Sith Trooper Battle Pack, and no fancy gun that's like the tranquilizer gun that they used in Jurassic Park, like it was in the Kylo Ren's transport ship. So it's just a plain Sith Trooper. He's got a bit of back printing like all the other Sith Troopers. And yeah, overall I think it looks good. You know, I've always been a fan of the Sith Troopers, and I'm actually thinking of getting more of their battle packs. So, you know, this is like another step towards having the Sith Trooper army, I suppose. Good job, Lego. Okay, so next up we have Rey. And so, unlike the Luke used in this advent calendar, she does know that she's super important to the galaxy and special and meant to be a Jedi, because you can tell she has her lightsaber, her special new robes, which actually, this is like the exact same Rey that you can get in the Sith Trooper transport ship. Okay, so now moving on to the actual most hyped up figures for this advent calendar. First up, we got Poe Dameron. Now, why are these figures so hyped up? Because of their ugly Christmas sweaters. As you can see, Poe Dameron has his little ugly Christmas sweater on. It's got BB-8 on it, bit of snowflakes, and you know, all these like red patterns. On the back, it also has that snowflake and red line pattern, which is really nice the way you actually put it on the back too. And he comes with two little things here. He's got his little cup to drink from and his tiny little blaster. He's got his smiley, happy face, and his second face, it's like angry and like, oh, I'm gonna get you for that. And actually, I'm pretty sure this is like just a reused head, because I do recognize that angry face. So, you know, this is wow, did you hear like my accent on that? I don't even have an accent. Well, depending on where you are in the world, I suppose. Anyway, so yeah, I just really like this figure. I love the ugly Christmas sweater, and I just think it looks really good. Okay, so moving on to the most hyped up figure in this entire advent calendar. Or not just the most hyped up figure, the most hyped up thing in this entire advent calendar. The ugly sweater Darth Vader figure. I know I was especially excited to get this figure, and although his red lightsaber is nothing special, silver hilt, red lightsaber, you know, as always, the ugly sweater looks amazing. Again, it has those little snowflakes on the side like in Poe Dameron's, but this time it's got like these little white lines on the top and bottom, and of course the black Death Star in the middle, which looks really, really good in my opinion. And if you, well, actually, before I show you the back of his chest piece, the cape. In 2014, when Lego Star Wars did the advent calendar, they used Darth Vader again, and he had like his regular chest, but it was like red on the sides, and his arms were red like they are here, but his cape was red too, and I really wish Lego would have done that again, because I think that would have looked better and would have just made the figure a lot better, you know, like a lot more exciting to get. It's already very exciting to get. Like, this looks really good in my opinion, but I think the red cape would have just made everything better. But you know, it is what it is. And actually, before I show you the back again, the face is just that Darth Vader face that the Lego keeps using. The back is just like all scarred and messed up, and you know, this got the two-piece Darth Vader helmet. Now, finally, moving on to the back, you can see that it continues the pattern again. If you just lift the cape up, there we go. You can see it has the same pattern as the front, except the snowflakes are all across it instead of being broken up by the Death Star in the middle. And also, he has leg printing there, which looks really good. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, turn that notification bell on so you know the next time I upload. Well, I at least try to upload every weekend day. So that's like, if for those of you that don't know, I just have a lot of hard classes this year and I'm getting a ton of homework, so my upload schedule really depends on how much homework I get, but I do try to upload every weekend day, or just every day that people have off. Like last week, we had off on Monday, but every day we have off, I do try to upload. So I do plan on uploading tomorrow. I don't have that much homework this weekend, so you know, everything should go well with that. And yeah, thanks for watching.